Hands poised, set and ready to run. Stand by for a start. All clear given from behind the gates. They're off. They're racing. Billionaire's Row from the inside won the start, but I Can Do It On My Own has superior speed and burned it off. Buckland driving forward with H. Montana, Javelin Strike as well. Myzoom just behind that big group, a length and a half further back behind those when they get going on the outside. Kazana. Then came Alabray getting back into the field with Ido Demia. Sovereign Salute is next of all, and last is Hieronymus Bosch. Sorting themselves out along the back they go at the 1100. I Can Do It On My Own leads the way from Grandad's Addiction, striding to second. Billionaire's Row running third, followed by H. Montana, just posted a shade wide here as they go up to the top of the course. Myzoom's kicked up underneath of that mare. A length away, Javelin Strike down on the inside of Buckland, Dalabray, Kazana all in a group. Further back then is Ido Demia. On the rail, Sovereign Salute, and whipping them in is Hieronymus Bosch. At the 700 now, they gallop along the side with I Can Do It On My Own, 3/4 of a length to the good of Grandad's Addiction. Myzoom has now moved a third on the outside of Billionaire's Row. In behind them to Alabray, hugging the rail, Javelin Strike at the top of the home straight with 400 left to run. They're followed by H. Montana, yielding ground. Buckland coming around it, so's Ido Demia. I Can Do It On My Own led at the 300. Myzoom quickly looming though on the outside is the danger, and here comes Alabray. It's coming right down the outside. Myzoom reaches the lead for Romilly. It's 100 to go, and Myzoom beats them off, races away from I Can Do It On My Own. Alabray's runs come to an end, and Myzoom gives Romilly another one. Myzoom, too good one from I Can Do It On My Own, Alabray, and close up behind those as well, Billionaire's Row, Sovereign Salute, Hieronymus Bosch from the tail, Javelin Strike, close up behind those near the fence, Kazana, followed then by Ido Demia. Further back in the field, Grandad's Addiction, Buckland next home with H. Montana, and she'd pulled up to finish near enough to being one of the last of them in. Myzoom takes out the last on the card for Lakdar Rambley, and that gives Lakdar a double here this afternoon aboard this Russian Revolution mare for Neville Parnham. 13, Myzoom, always travelled well into the race, shook them off at the 100-metre mark. I Can Do It On My Own, battled hard after leading and setting that tempo and a good pace all the way with Alabray, who loomed to them, but then came to the end of its run very abruptly at the 100-metre mark. It was all Myzoom late for owner Santo Walliardo. Of course, as Oram Bell wearing his silks going into the gym crack on the weekend, looking for 3 out of 3. And Myzoom certainly gives them a great entree into the fabulous weekend of Easter racing. Too good for them here in the last of the day, beating I Can Do It On My Own. The Deucemus mare for Chris Willis, ridden by Jade McNaught. 5 Alabray third. The Universal Ruler gelding for Maddie Van Maris, ridden by Jared Noski. Billionaire's Row number 2 ran fourth in front of Sovereign Salute. 13, 11, 5 and 2 to the last here on the program. Okay, let's go back to Tess, who now joins us from the winners' enclosure. Other details coming to hand very shortly after the last, but Lakdar continues to ride in a purple patch of form. That's won by 2 lengths. Myzoom, a half a length second and third in 1:38.33. Tess.
Couldn't say it better myself there, Darren. Lakdar absolutely flying at the moment, and great to see Myzoom back in the winner's circle as I catch up with Neville Parnham. Neville, congratulations, Myzoom. It's great to see her back in the winner's circle, isn't it?
Yeah, look, she's been around about the place, and she's just probably been a little unlucky, and she does need things to run her way, and you gave her a perfect ride today, and it just worked just as you would like to sort of see a horse that you send out there and think it's got a chance, and when they're ridden like that and given a good ride, yeah, it's good to get that result.
Exactly right, and she actually ended up putting quite a margin on them there as well, so hopefully she's able to take this as a confidence run.
Yeah, look, last start she was only just beaten, and she looked like she was going to collar that leader, but today she ran right through the line, so hopefully she's turned the circle. We were going to move her on a few starts ago, but I asked Santo to hang on a little bit longer, and so hopefully we've made the right decision. No
doubt Santo's very happy now with those decisions. Moving on to Saturday, we've got a couple of runners going around there. How are things shaping up behind the scenes?
Yeah, look, pretty happy with obviously the 2-year-olds. They're going quite well. Oram Bell, she's come up very, very short in the betting. I got a bit of a surprise there, but I don't make the markets, and those guys have got all the info in front of them, so hopefully they're right.
And I believe you were very happy with her track work gallop there on Tuesday as well?
Yeah, she did everything perfectly and finished off well, and yeah, the way she was acting up coming home from the track this morning, she certainly switched right on, so I expect her to turn up Saturday and run well.
We love to hear it. Now, this is a belated birthday gift, I guess, here for you. 25 yesterday?
26. Yeah.
Right, sorry. Enjoy 26 candles on the cake. Well done here.
Good day. Thank you very much.
Neville Parnham there. He's Lakdar Rambley after a double.
Thanks, Tess. Yes, catching up with Lakdar Rambley, who's in some terrific form in the saddle at the moment. Lakdar, she's no star Myzoom, but she tries very hard, and you just know what you're going to get from her each and every start.
Yes, to be honest, I was a bit disappointed with her last time. She had all the chance to run down the leader, but she didn't fought as I thought she would. And today we had pretty much similar card up, but there was more pressure in the race, so she was travelling nice, and up the straight, she was better than last time.
I think she's at her best in a race run at a genuine tempo. Is that how you felt out there today, that because she got that race run at a faster pace, she was more adept?
Yes, definitely, because she's always travelled like very nice, a bit too much I would say, but like today the pace was perfect and she settled nice. She didn't over race at all, and when I asked her, she started building up her momentum and yeah, finished off really nice.
Are there more wins in her, do you think? Does she still give you the feel that she might still be improving and getting better with racing?
Yeah, definitely. And like boss know exactly where to place her, the best race, and we'll just go through the grades and see where she can take us.
You'll be a happy man as well after you told everyone that it was his birthday yesterday. It even crept under the guard of our hosts, Lockie and Michael, on the day, and they don't miss much.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of, you guys should have known the best trainer here, birthday in April Fool, so yeah,
We'll
get the win.
We'll aim up a little bit and play our cards right, Lakdar. Well done on the win.
Thank you.
You've made his birthday wishes come true, Lucky. Lakdar Rambley takes out the last here with Myzoom, and former boss Neville Parnham. Aurum Bell is $1.75 opening favourite there, Riley, on Saturday in the Gym Crack. It's set to be a crackerjack race, and it's great to hear all things going super behind the scenes as well for Nifty.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure that she is all that short of what she's been able to produce in her career to date, so I might just slightly disagree with Neville in those remarks that he's surprised at the price. I'm not surprised, and